Yo, what's going on, chat? I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. This is actually quite loose. Hold on. Just gotta sort out the mic. There we go. It is sorted. I hope you're all having a good day, chat. It's a beautiful Sunday evening. I hope you got something to keep yourself hydrated, maybe some snacks while you watch the stream. There's some new emotes. As you can see, we got one showing on screen. It's the hello. It's my dog, as you can see. Hello. Him saying hello, waving his paw. If you check the credits, the artist that made them is down there, and including the artist who created the new profile picture. But I hope everyone is doing well. I'm gonna post some stuff on Twitter and Threads to indicate that I am live. No, not to be right back. Oh, I should have put Floof on here. I should have put my Blaze, my little pup, my best friend. Didn't put him on the screen. There we go. We'll put him right there above the potato. Okay, just gotta get the links for the stream and do a post. I just realized I haven't copied. I like to do this just so then I know I've posted it. And I'm back on Twitter. I still call X Twitter because that's what it's known to me. I don't call it X. I think it's stupid that it's called X. No offense, Elon. Actually, yes, offense. But like, it was better when it was called Twitter. I feel like there's more AI bots on Twitter now than it was before. If that's a bit controversial, I apologize. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree to the opinion. Okay, those are posted. Oh yeah, I gotta let Freds do its thing. Usually keep these actually open while I'm live. Or I can close Freds because I have it on the phone, but Twitter I don't have on my phone for many reasons. Okay, I think that's everything set up. Pretty much. We got the new emotes. Some of them haven't yet loaded because they're still being like, you know, checked by Twitch itself. But 2 of the emotes are available in tier 1 sub because they don't allow animated emotes on the main free one. So I might have to get some free emotes made next. But yeah, we're live. We've got the stream set up. I'm checking some things because I got like so many notifications on YouTube. It's good to make sure that if your notifications are for your channel or not. Whoops, I accidentally got rid of the music. I'm gonna deactivate that, the promotional contents and offerings. And that's it. Let's put the music back on. Accidentally turned it off. Actually, I haven't mentioned on Twitch. There's a new video on the YouTube channel. Feel free to watch it. It's the 10 video games I would recommend to new time gamers. And this camera's very, like, it feels like there's like a huge amount of light coming from the back. It's like, I am God. And I realize I see the Invincible Funko Pop, the Batman stuff, the comic books, and I'm wearing my Batman Ireland Dublin shirt. But yeah, we're gonna play various of different games today. You might react to some stuff later. This music is very loud all of a sudden. My ears are actually still like very much in pain from yesterday. I was at a party for a wedding and it was like brr, 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 and I was sitting right next to the speakers. So I'm going deaf in the middle of a party going, what the hell? But I want to quickly, first off, I want to mention, we've had this happen a few times. I've now had to block these terms when they're put together, which is AI viewers, where I've had someone posting links in my chat of AI, like places, a website to buy AI viewers and bots. Please don't do that. I'm not interested. And if you do that, it will lead to your message being deleted immediately. And if it turns out you're the same person doing it, and it's not just a first-time chatter, you will be blocked from the stream. So please don't do it. I do not appreciate it at all. It's really annoying. That's all I gotta say. But I got the new emotes. I just realized there's emotes literally where the chat is. We'll put Floof up here. I mean Blaze. Blaze slash Floof. I got the just chatting here. Why is it so big? That should be like very small and at the very top in case I needed it enabled. Like right there. No, I just gotta make sure. Where's the chat? I think that's the chat. I'm not sure. I gotta type something in the chat. Let's put one of the emotes. Oh, what? It's not there anymore. Why are my own emotes out there? Shit. Oh wait, maybe. Oh, they are there. Just on the page I had open wasn't loaded. Let's put that there. The hello. Yeah, it appears. It even animates. That's cool. I like it. I didn't know it would actually animate within the actual like multi-stream chat. For some reason only the Twitch chats show up, so I might have to change that to just Twitch chat at some point because kind of a waste of the multi-chat system if it's not working. I'm gonna have all of those chats individually here. Oh, I could have just tested it here. What the hell? Oh no, it's locked on this side. Because it's not recognizing I'm logged in, that it's me. That's nice. That's nice. It's okay. As long as I can use it on my account. I can just go into people's chats and put that in now. Yeah! My own emotes. And amazingly made by the artist that made them. They did such a good job. And they're working on so many new ones, new artworks that I'm very excited for. I'm definitely gonna get them to make more emotes. I might get the other artist that made the profile picture to make make some emotes too. Just so then it's like I can just increase the amount of emotes coming into the streams. It would be like very funny. Just a bunch of emotes. And then I might go back to the not the old webcam, but the new webcam, the one that's supposed to be like very big. Maybe. Or I'll have a way to permanently set it up for Pokemon booster pack openings or Lego streams. Who knows? I still haven't finished that Lego set from like months ago. It's just sitting next to me. Like, don't even. I need a. Why is my beard like this? Why? Why? I combed it down and it's just coming back up. Yeah. No. But yeah, I think we're gonna play some Rotato for a bit. Or maybe some GeoGuessr. No, we'll play some Rotato. And then, yeah. Then we'll play some other games. We might play some Fortnite. And some Call of Duty. At some point. Well, we haven't played Rotato in a while on stream, so I'm gonna play it. But yeah, there's a new video available on YouTube. I wouldn't say it's the best video I've made. I've definitely made better. But it's a new video nevertheless. But I have a bunch of video ideas I'm working on. They're the ones I'm working on next. And I'm hoping that I can have 3 of them ready. I'm gonna have like 2 of them ready for December. Ones that aren't like much like time needed. They're like videos I don't think anyone else has made on the platform, or if they have, they've done really, like in my opinion, questionable research. Because I like to make sure when I do like videos based on like talking about Invincible or Batman or any of those kind of characters or comic books or movies or TV shows, I like to do as much research and make sure I have the facts and like and not bringing in to it like the inner fan. And then I got a few videos that will be like me as a fan wanting to like see what I would think and how I would like to see certain things to happen. But who knows? Yeah. I'm really excited because of these emotes now. We got so many made, and it's like when I say so many, it's just 5. But we probably will get more made because they were quite good. They're quite good. I wanted to see what the first 5 would look like, and I want to do a few of that aren't of my dog, and then a few that are more of my dog, but I'm probably gonna get some emotes made of me. Of me going like, huh? And some other phrases. Maybe one of me like screaming, Pepsi Max! But I'm probably sure that's gonna get me copyrighted, so I don't think I can use that as much as I would like to. But maybe like And then this batch, I'm thinking I might do a second playthrough on stream in December, because by then I would have had some time. Like probably like late December, not like mid or early December, just late December. I'm not sure yet. But there's gonna be like a lot of there's gonna be a lot of gaming streams, more and more each week. And I just realized I still have the stream set to just chatting, even though we're playing Brotato now. But like, yeah, there's a lot of videos I'm working on, and I'm very excited for some of them because the noise was so bad last night at not this birthday, it wasn't a birthday, a wedding party for someone's wedding. It was so loud, and I was right next to the speakers that I went out to to a main area and just sat on the couch and just started to type down like some ideas of like video ideas, and I was like, yeah, this one will be good. And then next year we're doing another, like, I think we're gonna do not as many videos. I don't think I'm gonna be like that person that does like 10 videos every year or something, like 10 videos every month. I think that's just not the kind of content. I don't think I can manage to make that kind of content because, like, let's see, I've made how many videos now? Let's check. In this year, like if I look at the playlist, I have a playlist of the 2026 videos that I've made. And let's see. We got 7, and I would say maybe 3 of them. More 4 of them were probably like actually thought out. There's 2 of them that I think were just clips, and then there's one that I feel like could have been better. But that's always like, I think, the case when you make a new video. You're always like, oh, that could have been better. That could have been a much better video. And then you've like, and because of it, you're like, oh, it sucks. Like, there's definitely videos that I think could have definitely have been better on occasion, and streams and shorts, which is why I've also reduced the amount of shorts. I'm gonna do a post later talking about that, or maybe do a video saying why I'm doing less videos and shorts. And I think next year will be like the proper year of like this year's more of a let's pump out videos that I've had worked on, like I've been working on for a while. So like that Invincible video, that's been an idea that I've been getting information and research on for like over a year, basically. And then there's a few there that I've recently made, and I want to make more videos that are, like, in my mind, better for the viewers, for you guys watching. So that might mean like there's less videos, but also less shorts because I can spend more time. Like the shorts now, it's gonna be clips that I get from Twitch, and then or I make through Twitch, and then the videos will be like, there'll probably be less videos next year, to be honest. Probably like maybe at max 6. But I'm going to focus on this year first. Let's not talk about next year because a lot can happen until next year. And yeah, I think that's like, that's my best approach. Focus on this year's videos, and then next year it'd probably be like 6 videos throughout the year. Maybe. At minimum. I think at maximum, like maybe we make a bit more because this year it's been on and off, but that's because for a while it was in my head. I was like, oh, do I like this video? Do I enjoy making this video? Because I truly believe you gotta be happy to do the video. You gotta be like excited to make that video. If it's a video you're not interested in, there's no point in making it. Well, that's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Who knows? And then next year I'm kind of hoping I can go to more like conventions or like cool events I would be interested to I'll be interested to go to, like maybe a Formula 1 race. Maybe I go to a Comic-Con, or I go to an OzCon. Maybe even go to a different country, like, and explore. But of course, bring you guys along. Do some vlogs. Do some small little like maybe YouTube streams or TikTok streams, or no, probably not TikTok, but like some good videos. Mostly try and work more on making some more good videos and streams for you guys. I just realized I didn't post. That's a terrible place to pause. Why did I pause there? Okay, second this wave ends, I gotta post an Instagram story because I forgot to post the Instagram story. My bad, Instagram. They definitely didn't forget. I did. I just didn't know how. I forgot. I was just so interested. Okay, it's done. You did it. It's done. Lifesteal. Get that gun. Lock. No! Yeah, maybe potato is not a good time. Keep it dying. I cry. Keep on crying, playing potato. I could play GeoGuessr. I didn't play GeoGuessr yesterday. I missed my daily streak. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself, chat. I think I'm more likely to play Call of Duty today than Fortnite. Okay. Okay. Streak freeze. Play. Let's do this. Okay. Instantly, I think I know where this is. This is, I believe... this is somewhere near Botswana or South Africa. It wasn't. One of the most infamous hints in GeoGuessr is the tape on the top right bar that can be seen when looking down. It can only be found in Ghana. Are you telling me that this tape can only be found that's a bit interesting. Okay. That's okay. We failed the first one. We can succeed at the second round. Okay. Instantly. I have no clue where we are. I just saw a flag right there. I believe that is... I think it's somewhere around here. I don't know. What flag? I don't think it's an Arabic speaking country. Oh, but I could be wrong. It could be not in that kind of country. It could be maybe could be Indonesia. It was Turkey. We have those bollards in Australia. You're telling me that can only be found in Turkey? I doubt that. That's very inaccurate, I think. It's a terrible hint. This is the worst one. Okay. Okay. I'm getting the idea lot of... No, I didn't want to go that way. I wanted to... back. I wanted to see what was on this. Okay. I'm gonna say somewhere between Russia and Ukraine, or could be Belarus. No, Belarus, you can't see anything. Where the frick? It was Russia. Yeah. Well, I think I'm done. I think it's over for me. I'm gonna guess somewhere around Bangladesh, maybe here. Oh, I was so close. One country over. Okay, we're getting a good comeback by the looks of it. Okay. Okay. Suba. Count to what? Is that a country? Patronos. Okay. I am betting it is Cambodia. Damn. Another bronze medal I've earned. My 4th bronze medal. Okay. One solo duel. I'll do a solo duel. Isn't there like a non-competitive? Because I don't want to do quick play. I thought there was like a... What is the Steam Pass? Show the world what you've got. I don't know what that means. Learn more. Access features. I don't know what that means. Just do a solo duel. I've played 30 games. Okay. There's a KFC there. So wherever we are, there's KFC. What language is on here? Okay. Let me go over here and see. This is America. I think. That kind of gives me the opposite thinking. Shit! I'm gonna guess somewhere in Central America. Shit! Well, this doesn't help me in any way. Okay, I'm gonna guess Slovakia. I'm gonna make him panic. Panic! Let's put Turkey. He might have been right. No, I was better. Yes. I have a chance. I have a chance. Never mind. I'm screwed. What's this sign? Oh, I know where that is. I think that's Serbia. He's put Norway. Shit! I thought it was not Norway. Play again. Okay. Okay, any... I think that's Australia. No, it's Canada. I'm gonna guess he... Yeah! Saw the Canadian flag just before I submitted and I was like, yep, it's Canada. I was gonna put Australia, but that Canadian flag changed my point of view. Okay. It's south, so it's northern hemisphere. Interesting. I'm gonna guess somewhere around... I'm gonna say... Hungary. Make them panic. 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 I was closest. Okay. Motherfucker. Philippines. I was closest. Yes. One time I didn't put Indonesia. Damn. Okay. Well, this doesn't help me in any way. And some woods. The sun is south, so it's northern hemisphere. It was either Chinese or Japanese, I couldn't tell. The sign was a bit too blurry for me. Yeah! We did it! No, I don't want this. I'm seeing a pattern. Do one more round. We're going up against a fellow Australian. Okay, this instantly makes me think... Not Canada. I think this is... I have a feeling this is Greenland. I instantly think it's Greenland. Damn it, it's not. It's Turkey. When did Turkey get so snowy? That must be Turkey in the winter. I immediately thought it was Greenland and not Turkey. Well, this makes me think it's the US because I don't think anywhere else has fire hydrants, and I'm pretty sure this is an American brand right here. I think that's an American number. And so it's the United States. Where in the United States? I would say probably around... I'm gonna say somewhere in Missouri. It was Alaska. I forget that Alaska exists. Okay. think this is United Kingdom. This is giving me United Kingdom vibes. Shit. Okay, I think it's still very off. I don't think it's over there. It's definitely... Oh, yeah. Where in the hell would you think that was China? Either he's a fake Australian, or you might be that dumb. It's one of the two, because that's not ever the case. You wouldn't think seeing a sign like that would be China. We'll do another round. We'll do another round. I don't know why I left the game. We'll do another round. Another round. Another round, and then maybe Call of Duty. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. I can't even see the sign. That's how out of focus the sign. It's blurred. Must be that easy to give away. Okay, this could be... I think this is Ireland, to be honest. I can't even read that sign. It's so blurry. This is either the UK or Ireland. I'm going to go with the United Kingdom. Maybe near... Maybe a bit closer to, like, Northern Ireland. We were so far off, it wasn't even in... Is this even a part of Europe? This... What in the hell? I don't even know where this is. There's a lot of... This gives me European vibes. I'm gonna say... somewhere around... Oh. Could be Greece. Let me just... I'm gonna go like right here. I think it's somewhere between there. Not United Kingdom. South Africa, apparently. Interesting. Didn't know there was a place like that in South Africa. I will say, GeoGuessr is like really fun because you get to learn things about the world that you would have never known. Where did he guess? Egypt! He was so far off. How did you get Egypt? Okay, I have no clue where the frick I am. I think this is Australia. This is so Australia. I could feel it. Oh no. It's a different sign. We don't have those signs in Australia. But it looks like Australia. Wait, where's the sun? It's in the... Oh, okay, it's Australia. Hands down. Probably like Victoria or something. Bruh. Bruh. I'm gonna report this player for being... No, none of that makes sense. Okay. Okay, I didn't mean to. Okay, it's not letting me. I've broken GeoGuessr. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna close the window. But how do you look at something that looks so... Like, I don't know what that guy was doing, but he was like putting... like a place that's obviously somewhere in Asia, and he goes Egypt. Like, how do you make that kind of conclusion? Obviously Asia, and he goes, it's Egypt. Like, let's look at round 4 here. He thinks United Kingdom, which, yeah, Melbourne, Victoria looks like... Victoria, Australia looks like, kind of like the UK. But he's so far off, because he didn't even do the sun method. And then he does this, Egypt, when you could clearly see some sort of text in either one of the various languages in Asia. Now, I'm not an expert in languages, so I wouldn't have a clue off by heart. But he guesses Egypt. How? How in the right mind? We're gonna play one more match. Okay. Last time I guessed something like this, I said it was Greenland, and I turned out to be completely wrong. I'm gonna say Turkey. This is looking like Turkey. Again. I bet he's gonna guess the US. Like, or US or Canada. Ice code. Where is he putting? He's putting... Shit! I didn't even check that sign. We were both wrong anyway, but he was closest. Son of a bitch. Oh. I think I exactly know where this is. No, I don't. But I know this. It is definitely... I'm gonna guess the Philippines. Shit! I'm terrible. I'm terrible at GeoGuessr. This is definitely the last match. Wow. This image is great. It's so foggy you can't see shit. It's just mountains. I'm gonna guess somewhere in Turkey. No, it's Mongolia. I got the better result though. Okay, I can easily guess this. He's put Uganda. He's probably more accurate. Yeah, fuck. He's definitely... Because I don't even know what flag that is. Okay. Okay, this could be the UK. Or... O2. I think that's Australia's area code. O2. Yeah, this is Melbourne, Victoria. Betting on it. Betting on it. he was. How did I get that wrong? I saw the number. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it with GeoGuessr, I guess. We're launching Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Because I suck at GeoGuessr. I don't know if YouTube like has its own like emotes, like you can add your own emotes. I might have to look into that. Call of Duty. We'll play a bit of Call of Duty, and if I get bored of it, I'll go to Fortnite. Okay, first off, we gotta do mute my microphone on Call of Duty. Because last stream I didn't do that for like an hour. So anyone could hear me speak.
Free for all. Safety's off. We're not here to make friends.
I'm just gonna stay right here. Safe. Ow. Okay. Maybe AK-47 would be better.
assault pack has been destroyed. RCXD ready. Your RCXD has been destroyed.
Shit. Where's this lag coming from?
Hostiles released a skewer.
Damn it.
Your assault pack.
We're down, but not out, Black Ops. Time to get clever.
Your assault pack has been destroyed.
Systems compromised. Cut your wires, go to ground.
Damn.
That was so beyond foobar, we need a new word.
Da-ba-ba. Baba boy. Baba boy. Dum dum. It's a free for all.
Free for all. Destroy those guild a-holes.
Hostiles removed your assault pack.
Enemy UAV detected. Hostile UAV established above. Enemy care package dropping.
RCXD available. RCXD ready. UAV standing by.
UAV commencing surveillance overflight.
Jedi drone ready for deployment.
UAV mission timeline halfway checked. Mission timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
You are incoming.
Enemies took out your Deadeye. Your assault pack has been destroyed.
Hostile RCXD incoming.
Shit. Shit. I didn't even see that person. And now I'm losing my positions.
Hostiles removed your assault pack.
You're losing. Switch it up.
I'm eating. It sucks. I'm. Performing or I'm out for the day.
Suck it up and let's rethink our strategy.
Yeah, Call of Duty is not looking too good for me. It's way too laggy. But you know what game might not be too laggy? Fortnite. You know, I rarely play it. Okay. Am I back? I'm back. But for some reason it's not going live on Twitch. Oh no, I am. Okay. We just make sure audio's working. We just make sure audio's working. We just make sure audio. Okay. Stream crashed, which usually doesn't happen. And I say it doesn't usually happen. It usually just doesn't happen. Like, it rarely happens. So I'm gonna take the safe approach. And go to just chatting mode because, yeah. Like, that means like no Fortnite at all because it just crashed. But I think everything's back to normal. Where's my normal chat? Okay. I would, but Fortnite crashed and yeah. Sorry about that. Won't be able to check out your map. Sorry about that, bud. But wow, stream crash. Usually doesn't really happen, and when it does, it's never with games like Fortnite. So the fact that it happened with Fortnite is like kind of crazy. But we will react to stuff instead. There's bound to be something to react to. Let me just open the YouTube browser here and find something to react to. Oh, this is interesting.
The pace at which Americans buy stuff is the envy of the world. But Australia has taken the pace at which Americans buy stuff is the envy of the world. But Australia has taken a lot of notes, and in some ways seems to have even copied their homework directly. In America, you go to Target to find yourself some daily essentials, but in Australia, you would go to Kmart. In America, your trendy water bottle is an Awala or a Stanley tumbler, but in Australia, it's a Frank Green. America has crumble cookies. Australia has thick.
Okay. To clarify, we do have Target in Australia. But you claim that our Kmart's like your Target. It's not. Your Target sells food. We don't sell food in Kmart. We sell chocolates, but that's pretty much it. But our Target, the Australian corporation of Target, filed for bankruptcy and got acquired by Kmart. Where I think it was quite the opposite in the US.
Kmart. In America, your trendy water bottle is an.
Just want to say your trendy water bottle is this one, the Oola. Stanley's actually an Australian brand. Pretty sure. We're European brand. So technically you stole that from us.
A Walla or a Stanley tumbler, but in Australia, it's a Frank Green.
Okay, first off, a Stanley tumbler is not an American brand. It's not even it's not even originally American idea. It's been around for a while. And I've never heard of a Frank Green. What the fuck is that? Frank Green. Australia reusable cups and bottles. 3.9 stars. Okay. And let me just point out something. Stanley bottles. It's Australian, guys. It literally is Australian. So I know it says Stanley Australia. Stanley bottle. Origin. I'm pretty sure it's not American. I have a feeling it's not. Fuck, it is. But I'm pretty sure another brand came up with the idea. But we'll give it to them.
America has
Never heard of
crumble
Frank Green.
cookies. Australia has thick cookies.
Crumbled cookies, and Australia has thick cookies. No, we just have cookies, mate.
America, Urban Outfitters. Australia, Glassons. Department
What the hell is Glassons?
stores like Nordstrom and Macy's are David Jones and Meijer. They even have their own
Myers is Australian. Yes, you got that right.
Labubu called a juju. Australia is like a parallel universe.
I think half the thing he says is like inaccurate. Hold on, I'm not giving you the like. Let's give him a chance.
That is both directly influenced by and born from American consumerism, but also very much stands on its own. So,
Quad lock. That's Australian. You Americans claim it's yours. It's not. The brand's headquarters is in Australia.
we've dove into this whole subject matter to share with you
Secret Labs chair. Very infamously known in America and is considered an American brand, yet it's actually Australian. To say.
some of these very interesting parallels and divergences. So buckle up as we go into the consumerism world down under.
I don't like how Americans do that. Maybe not do that, please.
I'm not going to do a lot of Australian accents in this.
Thank you.
It's not one of my better accents. It ends up being very British, kind of Kiwi, kind of South African. I'd love to, but I just don't have the talent. And you know, I think it's maybe best if you just stay in your lane sometimes. You know what I mean? So we decided to make this video after learning about the Australian version of Labubu called a Ju.
Isn't Labubu like Japanese? So like, how's that an American? Does America just take things that aren't theirs? But I've never heard of this.
Juju. This is an adorable plushie made by
I'm
the
open-minded
Australian
to
artist CJ Hendry. Of course, the Juju is not as big as the Labubu, but it has its own virality, their own exhibit in Hong Kong, and they come in a blind box just like the Labubus that inspired them. People are reselling these things on eBay for crazy prices. They even opened a Juju World, an immersive playground art experience in Singapore, which just sold out of Jujus by the end of its first weekend. But CJ Hendry, the artist who created the Juju, also has a unique insight into the difference between Australian and American consumer culture because she's an Australian who lives in the United States.
I've been doing this for 15 years, right? Very early days of my art career. If you look at like some of my very early drawings, they're all of consumer product. I was drawing Chanel handbags, Nike, like super rare Nike sneakers. Like my work has always revolved around consumerism. And now it's gone from like drawing things to now I make the thing, which is like a huge shift, you know?
Do you see a difference between Australian consumerism and American consumerism, or are they the same? What do you think about that?
What I like about Australia, certainly business owners and designers, I think Australians are very thoughtful in their design and the way they output their design. Loosely speaking, for the population in Australia, which is relatively small in comparison to the US, there's very thoughtful design in terms of products that comes out of such a small place.
So listen, if we get anything wrong about Australia in this video, you can blame CJ Hendry entirely. She represents the entirety of the country, and I'm sure no one will have any problems with that. Jokes aside though, if we do get anything wrong, leave it in the comments down below. We are not Australian. We do not know everything about this country. It would be great to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. And if you want to see what I would selfishly say is one of our best interviews on this channel, we have the entire 1-hour interview with CJ Hendry on our Patreon page. It's one of the perks that you get if you sign up there. You also gain access
How
to
much
our
is the
Patreon-only
Patreon?
Discord, our book club, and early access to all of our videos. It is the best way to support what we do on
It's
this channel
$5 a month.
so that we can keep making stuff for you every single
Nice.
week. But now let's get back into it, because the differences between Americans and Australians is very nuanced. Now, in terms of consumer behavior, I would say that there isn't a whole lot of difference here. These are humans who line up for the latest water bottle, whether it's in front of Target or outside of a Kmart
I've never
or
heard of Frank
Myers or
Greens,
whatever.
and I
They are no less
care.
susceptible to blind
Like, I really don't care about the Frank Greens water bottle. I think that's a bit weird. Like, here's a metal water bottle. This isn't Frank Greens. This is made by some other company brand that's been given the rights by Nintendo to make a Mario Kart themed one. I'm pretty sure that's not Frank Green. It might be, I don't know. What is... Gotta double check. Frank Green. I've never heard of them until this video, so like I don't even know what they do. Let's see, bottles and drinkware. I want to see if I have seen any of their products around, but I don't think I have. No, I've never seen these products ever. I'm like, how much is the bottle? 89. What? Wait, hold on. What's the standard one? $70 for a ceramic reusable water bottle. Is it? I'm actually curious. Is it safe? Good to know. Our mission is stop single-use plastic. Completely to do this, we only create beautiful design, premium reusable products that you'll love. I see nothing about if this is safer and healthier. Please. Well, I'm assuming because it's ceramic, it would have to be safer. And it's not plastic. I've never heard of this brand until now. Maybe I should like try out their product one day just to see. They do other things. They got foodware also, where they make other stuff, which is interesting. I've never heard of Frank Greens until today. It definitely seems like it's a trend kind of thing. I don't know how long that's gonna last though, because usually brands that are based off of trends, they don't last very long. And the whole reason why they make single-use plastic bottles is because it's more money in their pockets. But I can see why
box
that would be good.
mechanics, scarcity marketing, and it seems like they do quite like American products also. They complain about not having American products in Australia all the time on the internet, even though they have lots of Australian companies and brands that do all of the things that these American companies do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but maybe that's just like, that's the America of it all. Something that CJ Hendry described as New York City pixie dust, which I think is very apt.
Australians love the idea of America. I call it New York pixie dust. You could be an Australian who moves to New York, for example. You could live literally anywhere in a shoebox and earn $12 an hour at a bar, and everyone in Australia is like, oh my God, Jessie's in New York, she's doing such cool stuff. Brands are always talking about like, oh, if you can crack the US market, you all of a sudden, this many people goes to this many people, you know, and I think that's what everyone wants. You know, everyone's trying to make a buck, so people are very focused on the
So I would say that Australians have a similar kind of North American style of consumerism. But specifically with Australia, they are the highest consumer of textiles per person in the world, with the average Australian buying 56 items of clothing per year. And they have tons of fast fashion brands that seem to be just slightly different versions of the global Zara, Aritzia, H&M outlets that you probably already know. But they also have a whole bunch of designer brands and independent labels that we're going to be talking about a little bit later with CJ. But first I want to talk about why Australian culture and consumerism is the way that it is, which first and foremost comes down to geography. Australia has a particularly challenging situation when it comes to being included in global trends because they are way the hell out in the middle of nowhere. They also have a very small population, not even 30 million people, and their seasons are flipped from those in North America. So for any foreign brand trying to break into this market, they not only have to get their product there, but they have a small demographic of people to sell to, and they're wearing shorts while you're promoting your latest puffer jacket. So as globalization took over the world, Australia got some trends from the US, but not all. They have McDonald's, which they called Macca's, I think, Costco, Nike, and some other trendy products from other countries like Nido's and Labubus and stuff like that. But they also have a nationalist buy Australian culture, which is a result of probably tariffs and a bunch of other nationalist stuff that's been going on in the world globally.
People want to support Australian businesses. People would love to manufacture things in Australia, but it's so cost prohibitive. Majority of things, I'm assuming, if you're talking clothes, are produced offshore. There might be a few clothing, few brands that might be making it domestically, but I can't imagine many. People want to support an Australian brand, yes, but Temu's growing at a rapid rate in Australia, which is really sad. And I feel like now the pinch is even greater. And I just feel like everyone's supporting, certainly, but cost of living crisis is real.
Now here in Canada, I would say that we have some similarities to Australia in this sense, because half of Canadian culture is not being American while quietly consuming everything that American culture has to offer and try not to be resentful about it.
He doesn't even say he's Canadian.
But I think that this distance and isolation is what has led to these national brands' success. Like, there isn't a Canadian water bottle brand, but Australia has Frank Green and Keep Cup and a whole bunch of others that you can't even get off continent. But maybe one of the funniest examples of how this is manifested is the story of Kmart. So Kmart is actually an American department store. It was founded in the United States, but it's mostly defunct now in the US. They only have 3 stores there. But in Australia, it's a different company, but they have over 300 stores and a kind of cult-like following similar to Target in the United States. There is a whole genre of TikTok surrounding Kmart's products, especially their dupes. Lou did all of the research for this video, and apparently her newsfeed is like basically Australian now. But she found that apparently there's this polka dot bedding, which is really trendy right now. It's a dupe of some sort. And then last year, people were really into this confetti kids table and chairs set. I mean, listen, this is still really dumb consumerism, but it's just interesting to see that like this whole thing was happening in Australia. It has nothing to do with America. Now here in Canada, we have our own department store chain called the Hudson Bay, which is on life support, sadly. But Australia has stores like David Jones and Myer that people still seem to shop at. Online, there seem to be an...
I will say, interesting fact to point out, Myers and David Jones nearly went bankrupt at separate times. And on both separate occasions, one offered the other to acquire the other. I'm pretty sure now they're not their own thing. I'm pretty sure they're owned by bigger corporations. Like David Jones, I think, is owned by another brand who owns David Jones. Yeah. Like David Jones went almost bankrupt just during the COVID pandemic. And they were acquired by Encourage Capital Partners, which I'm pretty sure is an American brand. Or maybe another Australian brand that I just have never heard of. No, they're a New Zealand brand. Australia and New Zealand. It's an Australian private equity firm. And then I'm pretty sure Myers is owned by someone else too now, because they also... It does not have a single owner. Yeah, Myers I think is owned by like multiple different companies and corporations. I think 27% of it is owned by a single stakeholder. So like, let me see. Who are the stakeholders of Myers? I think it's like a whole different... Who are the stakeholders? Of Myers, and I believe it's Premier Investments and millions of Myer One loyalty customers. So they're the major stakeholders. Myer stakeholders are a whole bunch of different companies. There are... It doesn't get... Because some of them are private. So they probably don't publicly talk about it. But yeah, both have been in hot water. So that maybe... When was this video? Yeah, 2 days ago. That's the only thing I would probably mention that they probably shouldn't point out.
Idea that Australian mall culture hasn't suffered as badly as North American mall culture because of a few key factors. One,
let's hear him out first before I say anything.
being the fact that they call them shopping centers. These shopping centers are more like a central area with a bunch of other needs that all kind of come together. It's more of like a third space for people to hang out in. But also, they didn't have the same volume of malls that America has. Like, America just built way too many malls. That was the first problem with American mall culture and why it's dying. And Australia has apparently not suffered as badly. Once again though, we are not Australian, we did not go there for this video. If you have any insights into this, please leave them down in the comments below.
True. What he says is true, but slightly false in its own way. The shopping centers here, it is kind of dying because Amazon has now gone on its footing here, which will probably lead to what's happened in America, because a lot of people don't like going out. And if they do, they don't go to the shopping centers all the time. They usually, in the summer, they'll be at the beach, or they'll be at the biggest, at the local river, or the local lake, or out at the park or something. In winter, we most likely stay at home.
The pace at which Americans buy malls that America has. Like, America... Whoa! And listen, at this point, like, I was kind of amazed. Insights into this, please leave them down in the comments below. And listen, at this point, like, I was kind of amazed. I didn't see this coming. Like, when Lou sent me our brainstorming document for what is going on in Australia, I was like blown away, because there was so much more than I was expecting, especially for a Commonwealth country like Canada that is so heavily influenced by the United States. I just assumed that it would have been similarly brainwashed like Canadian consumer culture has been. And if this video does well and people seem to like it, maybe we'll make a Canada versus America consumerism video. I don't know. One of the things that goes particularly hard in Australia, apparently, is the world of fashion.
Hi, Lou here, popping in really quick.
True. I don't really care about fashion. I'm not as big as interested in fashion as other people, but that is true.
Because my algorithm feeds me more fashion content than it does to Levi's. Australian consumerism really closely mimics Americans when it comes to fashion trends. They have their own fashion designers that create their own viral products that shortly thereafter go out of style just because there's so many dupes that get made during their peak. And this isn't like a one-off thing. We found so many examples of this just looking around. And on top of that, they have their own beauty brands, their own Sephora, Whole Foods, Chipotle.
I don't think GYG is anything like Chipotle, but okay.
Jamba Juice, you
Don't know what Jamba Juice is, but yes, Boost might be similar. I'm not going to speak
name
much
it,
on
they have a
that.
version in Australia.
My favorite though is thick cookies. We gotta look up thick cookies, dude. They call them thick cookies like they, and they're even called New York style thick cookies. This is a company that only exists in Australia. They have a Dubai chocolate.
Because our standard cookies are actually smaller and thinner. So we look at the American food portions and they're massive. And that's how they're so big. We call them the thick cookie because it's probably like a standard cookie for you guys in the US, but like in Australia, it's quite massive.
Chewy cookie. Of course they do. Holy wow, these are expensive. These are $8-9 for a cookie. There's a $12 pistachio.
Yeah, they're quite expensive. Not many people really buy them, but like when there's a trend, people buy them. It's the same thing with like any form of food here. I don't really like the way it is.
Cookie on the website.
Okay, I know we're talking about thick cookies, but in terms of crumble equivalents, I just want to put up the crumble box next to the Brookie Bakehouse box. Brookie Bakehouse was started by a baking influencer named Brooke Bellamy in 2022, which was basically the height of the crumble expansion. That's when crumble cookies expanded from like a couple dozen stores to over 600 stores. This is another New York style cookie company, which I have to mention isn't really based on anything historically New York. It's more based on Levain Bakery, which is a single bakery chain that started in New York City that does these like thick mound cookies. I'm not really sure how else to describe it. Even though Brookie Bakehouse has only been open for 4 years, they've already kind of gotten into the same controversy loop that Crumble has. Apparently they allegedly underpay their employees, work them long hours with no overtime. And apparently when Brooke Bellamy released a recipe book for all of her baked goods, a bunch of people were pointing out that a lot of her recipes were allegedly plagiarized. And I think the plagiarism story is actually a really good indicator as to
I will say this, it's a bit hard to say plagiarize with recipes because someone could come up with the same idea in just another country. Like this has happened. Most recently is the Coca-Cola ingredient, recently spoken about in Europe, that apparently a priest who has a pharmacist attached to his church in Europe has possibly and potentially found this secret Coca-Cola recipe. And it looks like the recipe in Europe was made 30 years prior to the founder and original owners, and of course the Coca-Cola company made their recipe back in like I think the 60s, in the 1800s or something. I'm not that much of a historian, but what I do know is that this recipe that they found in Europe is dated 30 years prior to the recipe made by the Coca-Cola company. So it's a bit depending on the depending on the products, I think.
To how business operates in Australia. In the US, these sort of plagiarism controversies are sort of contained within YouTube videos or drama video essays. In Australia, this was national news. There were several mainstream outlets who were covering this.
Yeah, because the Australian news rather prefer talk about this social media and like famous public stars news or something about the US than talk about like the average person's living in Australia or anything that's really like seriously like why is there random potholes on a highway?
Plagiarism story about the about the caramel slice. There's a Reddit post that kind of compiles all the evidence for the plagiarism thing, and they're calling it like, oh, you know, this is some like niche baking drama. And the top comment on this Reddit post says, niche drama? It's headline news in Australia, and we've been going through a federal election. So I guess the inside out of this sort of pseudo-isolationism of Australia is that when
There's no federal election happening right now. When was this post? Oh, that was... When was this post? There's no date. If this was posted just before this video, I think it's a year ago. No, because this is the name. I'm so confused. But if this was posted this year, no. Australia has not been in a federal election this year. That's, I think, next year.
So I guess the inside out of this sort of pseudo-isolationism of Australia is that when there's a controversy, when you do wrong by somebody, there's a major amount of accountability over that.
Yeah. In Australia, yes, that is the case. I'm not going to say too much on it, but if someone has done something quite disgusting or illegal or wrong in Australia, it becomes national headlines nationwide of Australia.
That Brookie Bakehouse may only have 10 locations, but there's only like 8 major cities in Australia. Once you have a store in each of those, you've kind of covered the majority of the population. And when local companies are being held accountable for these things, it creates this extra initiative for these locations in Dubai, like
Big for your boots. The Aussies will tear you right down. And for whatever reason, maybe I've sideswiped that a little bit, or maybe I haven't. Maybe that's coming for me. Who knows? But part of the reasons I may have had a little bit of success with Australians is because I'm not particularly interested in living a flashy lifestyle, buying flashy things.
Canada doesn't have...
This video feels very like rushed, like for a 16-minute video, and it's supposed to be kind of like documentary feeling. Feels very like short, like really short, like short to the point that I honestly am like, is this even a video at this point? Is this even a story that they're talking about? I'm trying to find another video to react to. Sony has done it again. Let's watch
Sony
this.
just made their biggest change in history.
Oh,
In
the
2028,
discs.
there will be no more physical.
Yeah. I don't really need to watch this to know what it's about, but like basically they're going to stop production because they're focusing on AI and they want to make hard drives and stuff. I get that. And like that's the thing, if there's demand, they got to try and figure out how to fix that situation. I don't 100% agree with it, but also I think the other thing is that maybe there needs to be more laws in place where you buy something online, like a digital game or digital movie, that you actually own it, and that it can't just be removed from the platform you're watching it on because of some reasoning behind. I now can't even see the viewer count for some reason. I do not know why. But like, yeah. That's all I would really like think that needs to be done. Is just maybe a law that protects the consumer about digital media, because I think that's currently the issue. Is that like you can buy something digital like a movie or a game or a song for that matter, and it can get removed, and it's not, and you don't get a say in it, and the consumer can't get their money back. They don't get their money back, and like it becomes a whole ordeal, because like the stop killing games thing is 100% needed, because that's the only way it's going to change, I think. And honestly, like I think that's the only way it's gonna, like, it needs to be needs to be sorted, needs to be fixed, because like yeah, I think digital media, if you purchase something, a consumer needs to be protected based on that. They can't just have like, you can't just have someone be like, oh, you don't own this anymore, and then take it away from you. I think that's a bit messed up, and definitely needs to like be sorted and like kind of talked about, because I think it's like, it's a bit unfair on those like on the consumer. Like, you buy something and then it's not yours anymore because the company that owns it is like, oh, we no longer are supporting to allow people to watch this. Like, I think that's a big problem at the end of the day, is that like you can buy digital media but then it could be taken away. I think that needs to be like dealt with real quick, because it really makes the consumer, at the end of the day, then why would any consumer buy anything then if they don't truly own it? Like, you're paying for ownership and yet you get told you don't own it, which I think is like wrong on so many levels, that you can buy something and you don't technically own it. And I think that's like really shitty. Like really like crap. Because that really just says to someone, oh, you don't own this. So technically you can't legally own it. So therefore it's not yours to own, it's not yours to like say you own it, which I think is just very wrong on very many levels, because at the end of the day, it's your you've bought it. And hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. And a good evening or a good night, no matter what the time is. I've just been talking, kind of yapping. Are you Irish or Australian? I'm half Irish, so my dad's Irish, and that makes me half Irish. And I live in Australia. My dad lives here too with me, so kind of both, depending on how you say it. Like, I've interacted with a lot of people from Ireland that have moved to Australia. Like, a lot of people that have come here from Ireland. Like, every St. Paddy's Day, I was there at the Rocks, or at the St. Patrick's Day events. in one of the tents, and I would be working. What music you like? Well, that's cool. To answer your question, Rubicus, the music I kind of like is I kind of got a mix of music that I like. Mostly there's Queen in there, U2, so many different bands, Coldplay, so many. Mum's Irish. Yeah, you're all good, man. It's 6 a.m. for you. If you're a bit tired, it's all good. You can go and rest. That's pretty cool that your dad's Scottish and your mum's Irish. That's kind of cool. I don't really hear much about people's haven't slept in days. That reminds me of back when I was like, there was a day that I streamed. I streamed for like 15 hours and I did not sleep for like a whole day. My sleep schedule was mad. My sleep schedule used to be crazy. Now it has to be. I have to have a proper sleep schedule, because if I don't, work and streaming can be thrown into the fiery pits. Usually I usually sleep around 10 a.m. and wake up at 4 to 5 p.m. That's not a bad time. You're missing out on majority of the time the sun is out, so when there is sun in Ireland, because my dad has told me all of the stories about Ireland when there's never the sun out or it's always raining. What sun? Yeah. Yeah. So I should have said when it's a bit brighter and it's cloudy as fuck and you can't see the sun even though it is somewhere out there. I've never heard of the sun. Oh no. It's a myth. It's a myth. The sun is a myth, guys. You know, it's actually secretly a light bulb that governments of the world screw into the ceiling. There's currently no moon over here as well. What's a moon? No, we have. Oh, I see the moon. Maybe there isn't a moon. Maybe that's also made up. Maybe that's a myth. Maybe everything's a myth at this point. Everything is just a myth at this point. There's no real. There's no sun. There's no moon. We're actually all in a little bunker that looks very real to the outside world that we think is the outside world, and we're all like it's like Fallout at this point. Nuclear fallout, and we've all been living in bunkers, somehow keeping in contact through fiber optic cables laid out. Fake ass world. It could be. Who knows? Could be a fake ass world. There's fake people in the world, I know that for sure. Every time I deal with them, I go, leave me alone, I don't want to deal with you, please. And then when they don't, I'm like, oh, please, I wish I had a taser so I could tase them away. Get the taser out. Get away from me. Get away from me, I don't like fake people, leave. Not saying anyone in the chat's fake. No one that I know. Imagine if the world was fake, that would be so fucked. It would be so fucked. And I still don't understand that shit. The AI? Okay, so, I don't have like a presentation to kind of be like what this AI stuff is about, but so actually I'm assuming you might know about ChatGPT and all of that, at least the apps like ChatGPT, Gemini and all of that. There's actually like a lot of people who used to work at those companies who have left due to concerns they had, and they've been making articles about what could potentially happen with AI. Like, it's not really helping anyone. My granny is seeing these AI Facebook posts and loving it, thinks it's real. Yeah, it's becoming very... There's an article here from The Guardian that I'm actually just opened, so I'll show on screen, unless it's going to have another picture of a mowed lawn from the UK with someone mowing the lawn just to put a big gigantic dick on it. Not now, The Guardian. But England. This is the only one that's showing it right now. But this is something that everyone wants to happen, is AI to be paused. I can't say much. I'm a part of England. I'm not gonna say much. I'm not gonna say anything. But like, basically, a lot of people want AI to be stopped. Like, recently Australia passed a law also that AI can't be used to replicate art in any way. And then there's AI experts talking about the risks of humans losing control over the AI itself. So basically Terminator. Say anything, I'm autistic, I barely remember my own birthday. Let's just say Terminator movies could become reality. That's as simple as it can be. So a bunch of AI experts have actually been saying that their concerns are that yeah, Terminator can happen. If you want, look up Billy Strings and Tommy Emmanuel live on YouTube. Goes crazy. Okay. Robo guy. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of Terminators. Like, actually, the Tesla robots that Elon's making. Tesla robot. Where is it? The Optimus robot is like... No, we're not talking about you. We were talking about AI earlier. Rubik, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. I'm struggling with names and words today. But like, these are all gonna be, these robots are gonna be apparently controlled by AI or programming. So I went into the Tesla careers. Oh, should I apply for a job, guys? See if I can get a job at Tesla. See if I can... Imagine that. Imagine getting hired by Tesla. It'd be freaking crazy. Oh no, that's the same website. I wanted to look at... Yeah, I see it. Oh, we'll look at Business Insider, actually. I don't know who this website is. But basically, this robot is going to be an actual... has an AI system built into it, apparently. And it's going to be like... And that's the other thing that people are concerned about, because this can actually become like the Terminator movies at this point. Billy and... Took a few hundred people to make AI to help them, but I bet the AI gets half of the shit wrong. It is. So right now on Google, there's this AI overview, which is running off of Gemini and ChatGPT, OpenAI softwares, and like you can search certain things up. So like if I searched let's just say Volkswagen Golf Mark 8. Let's get rid of the accessory so it doesn't give me the... It'll give me something here. And you could probably find something in here that's wrong. Like, instantly. This is wrong. It's not 195 kilowatts, it's 180 kilowatts. Because there's so many, it's getting its information from so many different websites. It's getting things wrong. Just wondering, is you talking quiet or mute is low? Or am I just tired and deaf? It's probably both. I wouldn't say the deaf part. Maybe you're just tired. I don't know. It could be that it's very low. Let me increase the noise. Is this loud enough? Make it as loud as possible. That might be too loud. I don't know if that's too loud. I don't want to make you guys go deaf from my own voice. Okay. I care about my viewers. But yeah, AI gets things wrong. And yet the governments of the world want to trust it with random shit. My phone is at max volume, you bastard. Oh fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I apologize to your family. Hopefully. I just put this up here. Be like, yes, I'm Irish. Put my Dublin Batman shirt on. Show that off. Just got scared of a box. Get what up? Did you not see the shirt? Irish flag with a bat symbol. It's a bit hard to speak with the shirt in front of me. What was I doing? ... Is the screen black now? Okay. You know, stream's over. This is apparently okay. We're going in be right back mode. But yeah, AI is like very dangerous, in my opinion. And we got nothing to stop it. And yet we got Sony getting rid of physical media because they want to build more AI, which is amazing. So amazing. You can really tell I am not impressed. I'd say to people, if you're Irish, tell me about the IRA, because most don't even know what it is. I've heard things from my dad about it. I don't know much personally, but he's told me a lot of stories about the IRA. And let me just say, I'm just glad. I just hope I never have to deal with it. Because some of the stories are like crazy. And he said he's always told me, never get in the, like, if you ever hear someone say they're from the IRA, just don't get in the same vehicle as them, because something bad could happen. So I know that much. I know enough to know, if that makes sense. What was I doing? I was gonna search up Rubicus that put up here. I'm searching it up right now. I'll put it in this. Because I don't know what it is, I don't want to accidentally... Billy Strings and Tommy Emmanuel. Is this copyrighted just so it's fire live performance? By mistake today while taking photos of ducks at 9:50 p.m. Why are you taking photos of ducks at 9:50 p.m.? That's probably what the guy was thinking. He was probably like, it's a bit odd. Well, I should say yesterday. Damn. I just know don't mess with them. I don't know enough to be like an expert about it. A live performance. To be honest, I'm pretty sure this is copyrighted. It probably is because, like, if I just open link in a new window, pause the video before it even plays, go here. Yeah, this is copyright. This will get me copyright guideline striked. So I'm not gonna be able to watch this on stream because this automatically goes to YouTube. So I'll have to do that on a Twitch exclusive stream one day. Alright, where's the Discord? I got proof. No, I don't have a Discord. You don't have to show proof. I believe you about the ducks. I'm just a bit confused on why you'd be taking photos of ducks at 9:50 p.m. at night. Dude, actually, I do have a question. Since you would have seen those ducks, do they sleep? That's my question. Do they sleep at night, or are they just awake at all times? Who doesn't have a Discord? Me. No, I do have Discord, but I don't have a Discord server. Because I don't have any mods or anyone to kind of help me run the server, and I'm kind of paranoid about people posting stuff that, you know, would be kind of like if they were spamming something that's like bad or something like that. I'm not saying you would do it, but just saying. It was a girl duck and a boy duck. I think they were on a date, and I was doing photos and videos of them. Okay. That makes sense. I don't know how you would know that, but I think I'll believe you, and yeah. I'll just not ask any more further questions. I was fully laying on the ground with a camera watching them. Just a bird watcher, secretly in a bird's nest. You'd have like a bird's nest next to the bird's nest to actually spy on the birds. You're like, oh, what is this bird doing? I wonder if the bird is aware that I am spying on them. Yeah, I was I was in a tree, definitely, not the ground. Yeah. Ignore, I'll just assume you were in a tree, even though you said you were on the ground. You know, like, I'm not gonna actually, like, think that through at all. I am quite tired, and my head is still kind of in pain from yesterday. I was at a party for someone's wedding, and I was right next to the speakers. Like, right next to them. Anytime I'm in a tree, my fat ass breaks it. Oh, that's why you ended up on the ground later. Because you fell. You hit the tree. You hit the ground. Damn it, that frick is... I'm stupid. Fell and found a camera and started watching the fucks I mean. Sure, I'll believe you. Autocorrect. Okay, we'll believe you. And then when I'm English, yeah, just lost the words of speaking for a second, chat. Sorry. I just couldn't speak English for a second. no, I believe you. I believe that you saw ducks at 9:50 p.m. at night. Like, would I lie? Would I lie? Maybe to my dog, but not to a human being. Mainly because I would have to get my dog to the vet, and I'd have to lie to him and say we're going to the park instead. Like, every time I say to him, we're going to the park, and he will think, yeah, and he gets in the car, and he's like, why are we getting in the car to go to the park? And we get to the vet, and he's like, shit. Yeah, so Irish LAFS. What do you mean by LAFS, dude? I'm gonna pretend I don't. Well, not that I pretend. I just clueless. Come on. Let's get this. Let's get that. Let's go. While I play this game and I'm a potato and I'm gonna just... My brain is actually getting fried from these talks about ducks. Duck talks. Duck walked up to the lemonade stand. Oh, that's copyrighted. Don't get me copyrighted. I forget of everything that can get me copyright striked on YouTube. I gotta make sure everything I do on a Twitch stream and YouTube stream doesn't get me copyrighted later, because like that can get me in big trouble. Like really big trouble. Such big trouble that I would probably cry because I got a copyright strike or something. I'll be like, if there was a career in my future, it's definitely over now. Cool fact about my area: if you a girl or bi man grabs your bum, you've made a big difference in my area. Means you either A, get money, or the guy B, you're done, run away. If you know, you know. C, yell the no word. Okay. I don't know if that's a fun fact, but I would say it's a funny fact, but now I'm just gonna have to avoid Ireland now. I'm just gonna avoid all of Ireland. I just ask for the money. If someone came up to me asking for money, I'd just say, I don't have any money. What do you want me to do? I got no money. Money up front, then run. I'll just say I don't have any money. Be like, I got no money. What do you want me to do? I'm as broke as a chicken. Frick, I got killed. Damn it. I'm as broke as that chicken at KFC. What size? I think they're 12. US 12. I think that's like, I don't remember what size that is in the UK. But then I'll just say, I just pretend that I don't know what shoes are and assume that the shoes I'm wearing were just grown. Like they're a part of me. I think it's 11 or 10. Nah. Okay. I'll just be like, I can't take off the shoes. They're a part of me. They're attached to my legs. They were sewed in. They were sewed on. I'm pushing 12 and a half UK 13. Get this. I get this. Lock that. Even though I'm going out soon for stuff, I'm dead ass tired. Only thing I could recommend is have like a ton of like caffeine and hope that doesn't put you to sleep instead of keeping you awake. I may put an alarm on and go at 11 AM. That seems like the best option at this point. Just put on an alarm. If it doesn't wake you up, you can blame your phone. It's the phone's fault. It's not my fault. You can be like, it's not. I don't know what to do. It's the phone. It didn't go off. What was I supposed to do? And then, like, if anyone asks, you just pretend that that the phone has its own consciousness. I think I said that correctly. I just realized my stream alerts aren't working. Because the follow alert didn't go off. Put 16 different alarms on. That seems excessive. Just blame the phone. Be like, it was the phone. I didn't know what to do. It was just decided not to work. Even with the 16 different alarms. What was I supposed to do? It didn't work properly. That's how you know I love my sleep. Yeah, you know that self-consciously your mind's already gonna be like, yeah, we'll sleep for like several hours. How many phones does one person need? That's all I gotta say. Yeah, again, I'm probably gonna have 2 phones because I'm probably gonna turn my old phone into like a phone just for like for alarms and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my old phone. I just know when I get a new phone at some point, the old phone isn't over. It will continue living and being used. Maybe I can turn it like into like a dual speaker or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what my brain is thinking at this point. Interesting. Real question. Those socks on or off when you sleep? I don't like socks being on because I feel like if I ever had socks on, like I've only had it happen once, like very late at night, and I'm like very tired and I'm just too lazy to even bother getting changed. I just collapse in my bed. The next day I find the socks are gone. Like they're not even on my feet anymore. They're just gone. And I lose them forever. Like I'll find one of them like a couple hours later, like just underneath a shoe or something. Very drunk, but okay. And then yeah, the sock would be gone. That's all I gotta really say. I don't even drink anymore because too many stories about alcohol already. I don't think I need any more. Like I think now these days, like if I was to drink, it would have to be like very special occasion. Yeah, I don't smoke or vape. I think thing is, it's not for me. Like, no offense to like anyone who does it. I think like do what you think is right for you. And like that's all I gotta say. I don't do weed or nothing. They're completely off. Yeah. Well, that's if that's how you want to do it, that's how you want to do it. Like, in my opinion, very much, I agree with people having to have the freedom to choose what they do with their life, or if they consume, if they drink alcohol or not, or smoke or not. That's completely up to the person. I used to do K2. I was on it really bad, but I got off of it. I don't even know how though. I don't. The only I don't really know how to respond to this. Besides maybe looking at K2 spice ketamine. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. I don't really like mentioning it or talking about it. But like if I do, it's like it's usually in response to a conversation. Nothing against it. Just yeah. I can't really speak on. I feel like I shouldn't talk about something when it's something that like you own. Like if I've never done it before or have an experience with it myself, I don't feel like it's the right thing for me to talk about it because it's. I feel like I'm very unqualified to be discussing or talking about something that is like. That's obviously like, in my opinion, you would have to know what it is, or know what that is, or know enough to actually talk about it. If that makes sense. I don't think I know enough to talk about it, that's why. Yeah, I got you. I'm trying to look at what's on Twitter trending now. There's nothing good. Nothing ever good on Twitter. That's obviously AI. I know what you're saying. I can't explain it back, but I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm gonna find something else to react to. Where'd the other guy go? Just me and you at the moment. I think at the second I said if this was copyrighted, I wouldn't react to it. He left because it was copyrighted, and I'm not gonna react to it. Like, I'm not gonna react to something that's copyrighted on stream because it's like it's going onto the YouTube and Twitch VODs, so like I'll get guideline strikes and stuff. So not gonna do it. Like, it has to be like reasonable. What about kneecap? What's kneecap? Is that like I'm not very cultured if it's music. It's a song and it's nearly everywhere. I've never heard of it. I'll search it up. I cannot promise I can. Irish rap group. Ah. They got there's a lot of music they have here. A lot of stuff on their channel. Well, not a lot, it's 59 videos. Compared to my channel, it's nothing in amount of videos, but quite a lot of stuff. Trying to see if it's copyrighted because like you can check if it's copyrighted. Yeah, it's copyrighted. That's not good. That's the one thing that sucks. It's that like it's very hard to know because I got copyright copyright guideline kind of thing warning about reacting to a song a while ago. So like I'm kind of now just on edge about listening to anything music related because for some reason I get like warnings about it every time, and it sucks because it then limits very much what I can actually react to. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is, unfortunately. Well, you have a good night. You have a good night, man. Have a good rest of your weekend, because I think it's Saturday for you guys, or now Sunday. So you have a good rest of your Sunday, and hope you all the best. And I'll see you possibly maybe the next time I'm streaming if you're in the chat. But feel free always to say hi. I'll do a team maker for the rest of this stream. Let's do a team maker in. Is there one on F1? Maybe? No. Let's do one in gaming. Gaming. Let's do one with. I've done that one, I've done that one, I've done that one, I've done that one. Let's do a team maker of. Let's do this one. The live. Alan Wake. I've never played this game, so I'm not going to rate it. Alan Wake again. Among Us. I'd say B tier. Animal Crossing. I played it a little bit. B tier. Animal Well. I've never heard of this game. Never heard of that game either. Astrobot. I have played. It's a right C tier. Never played. Oh, Skip is its own. Never played Baldur's Gate. Arkham Asylum. S tier. Arkham City is S tier. Arkham Knight. I would say it's A tier, slightly weaker. Never heard of that game. Skip. 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 Bioshock. C. I would say. Oh, I put it in B. Whoops. I'll put this one in A then. Never played Bloodborne. Borderlands 2 I've not played. Castlevania never played. Castle never played. No. No. Cyberpunk I've never played. Dark Souls never played. Dark Souls again. I never played Dark Souls. Dead Space no. Death Stranding no. Detroit no. That no. 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 Oh crap! I have played Doom Eternal. Shit. Okay. Suck that way then. A. Elden Ring, no. Fall Guys, no. Fallout 4, no. Fallout New Vegas, no. Never played any of the Final Fantasies. And I've just skipped Fortnite. That's okay. God of War, no. God of War again, no. GTA 4, A tier. One of the first GTA games I played. San Andreas, S tier. GTA 5, S tier. Hades, never played it. Half-Life 2, not played it. Half-Life, not played it. Helldivers. Skipping these games because I've not played them. I just skipped one I have played. Whoops. Left 4 Dead. I have not played. Lethal Company. I'd say B tier. Mario Kart, not played. Marvel Rivals, I have played. I'm gonna go C tier. I didn't like it, but it's an interesting concept. It's basically Valorant. Spider-Man 2, I've not played it yet. Spider-Man Miles Morales, I have played, and I would say A tier. It's pretty decent. I have played the first Spider-Man game. I'd say S tier. Skip, 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 skip. Minecraft, S tier. Skip, 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 skip. Overwatch 2, D tier. Overwatch. This one is slightly better. And when I mean slightly better, it's 2 tiers better. Never played that one, never played that one, never played it, never played it, never played it, never played it, never played it. Not played it so far, no. Resident Evil 2, I have played. Pretty good. I have not played that one, not 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 that one. No, 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 no. Yes, A. Stardew Valley, S tier. That's one of my personal favorite games. I've not played Stray, not played Mario 64, not that one, not that one, not that one. No, no. Terraria, B tier. I'm skipping a few again. I haven't finished Tomb Raider, so I'm not going to rank it. Undertale I've not played. No, 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 nope. Shit, I have played that one. Or was it this one? No, it was the previous one. I haven't played that one. I've not played that one. Everyone's played this game when the internet's out. S tier. I love that Google has that. I've not played any of the Far Cry games. There's so many games. I can't do all of those tier lists. Ugh. You know, it's been a long stream. I think it's a good place to end the stream. I hope you all enjoyed the stream, chat. I will see you all tomorrow. Because I am live. Am I? I think. Who knows? I might see you all tomorrow. Until then, have a good day. Have a good evening. Have a good night. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry if the stream crashed and it's been a bit laggy. But yeah. Hope you all have a good evening. Good night. And I appreciate all of yous watching. I appreciate the support. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye.